What's up, guys? It's Ryan Krupp here, bringing you another video. I'm finally done for the day. So before it got too late and I got too lazy, I wanted to make a quick video for you. Basically going over some frequently asked questions that I get asked a lot by potential clients, people thinking about getting into the industry, selling homes for a living. So let's get into it. Question one that I usually get, I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. How many hours do you work in a week? A lot, really. If you want to be successful, you really got to push. It's almost a 24/7, 365 kind of deal. A lot of that has to do with the fact that most people that are buying homes are going to be working during the day, during the week. So, anytime between 5 and like 8 or 9-ish, a lot of people don't want you to see their home, after like 8 o'clock or so. But anywhere in that range. So you work, during the day, making your phone calls, social media, writing your blogs, doing videos like this. And then, you go out and show your buyers homes, after they get off work at night and on the weekends. Plus on the weekends, you're going to have open houses. I generally do one every Sunday at least. If there's one from another agent that I can pop in on a Saturday, then I'll do that too. It's a great way to get buyers. I guess that's really it for that. The next question is about getting licensed. Is it hard? It wasn't for me, honestly, and I'm not bragging by any means, but I got through the coursework. I think I've said it in another video. I got through the coursework in about 3.5 weeks, and I took both the state and federal tests at the same time and passed on the first try, which again is not common. Most people do not pass on the first try. But if you were looking to get into real estate, my advice to you would be to do online courses. I took Real Estate Express. You can, in my opinion, it's a lot better than going and sitting in the classroom for hours on end. You kind of work at your own pace, more or less. And then once you're done with that, I would immediately take the test. I would set it up to where you're done, and then either that same day or the next day go and take the test. And me personally, I would take both the state and federal at the exact same time. It's obviously twice the questions, but everything's going to be fresh in your mind and you'll be able to just knock it right out. The next question is somebody thinking about selling their home for sale by owner. The first thing I say is don't do it. A lot of the times the common objection with that is they don't want to pay the commission. Well, generally speaking, for sale by owner homes sell anywhere from 6 to 10% less than agent assisted sales. So, you're making up the difference in the commission that you pay by the extra money that you're going to get for your home. Another thing is protection. You want to have your professional, a professional, your real estate agent, really know the contract. They know the contract. We know the contract, and everything like that. If you're dealing with an experienced agent, so say an agent brings a buyer and they make an offer on your home. If they're good at what they do, they're going to exploit the fact that you probably don't know how everything works. If you have an agent that has your home listed, they're going to be able to combat that and get you a fair price for your home. And then the final one is it's kind of an interesting one. What's the most homes you've shown in one day? Oh man, I have to go back through all my time. I would say with one single client, probably 8 to 10, and overall for multiple clients in a day, probably close to around 20. Just a little advice with that: if you're going to have that many homes scheduled on a tour, you definitely want to talk to your clients ahead of time and say, listen, we're on a schedule, because when you schedule them, with the listing agents, you put in a time. You only have X amount of time to be at each house. So generally speaking, we'll set each appointment for an hour to give us a little leeway, but make sure your clients know that in the first go around, generally about 15 minutes per house. Is usually plenty of time to look at everything. And then if you want to cross them off as you go, which is what I tell people, cross off the homes that aren't going to work as you go. And if there's any that are in the running, by the time you're done, you could always go back and look at them a second time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the best way to get a tour of a lot of homes in a expedited manner, I guess, more or less. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's likely other questions that I missed, but those are kind of the top 4 or 5 that generally get asked. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment in the comments below. If you're on Twitter seeing this, feel free to reply. Facebook, same thing. You can also call me or email me or text me, whatever you want. I'll post the information for all of that on in the description below. Please subscribe to my channel. I do this as part of my day usually, or I'm going to try to at least start doing this every day, pump out at least one video, depending on what my schedule is like. After the first of the year, it's going to get kind of crazy, I think, as far as the real estate market goes. A lot of people, if they're not closed before Christmas, they usually wait until the holidays are over. Spring market starts in January, guys, I'm telling you. I think it's going to be a lot earlier this year. A lot of the uncertainty is gone now. I would say not to worry about that. I mean, if you want to get in the game now, get in the game now. There's nothing wrong with that. So give me a call, subscribe to my channel, comment, please, share this, tell your friends, tell your family. It's time to sell some houses, time to buy some houses. Let's get it going. Peace.